Okay, fam, we got a lot to talk about. Dan Ives just dropped a bombshell on Palantir again, and we have a brand new partnership that is going to be huge for Palantir. Don't worry about subscribing, tapping the like button, or looking for the Discord or coaching link just yet. We want to dive right in, listen to what Dan Ives has to say, and talk about the new partnership with Palantir and L3 Harris. Let's get started. Dan Ives acknowledges NVIDIA and Microsoft as core drivers of AI, but sees Palantir, IBM, AMD, and Apple joining the party as well. Dan Ives forecasts a robust third quarter earnings season for technology companies, citing artificial intelligence, adoption, improved enterprise, and spending, and rebounding digital advertising as key growth drivers. While NVIDIA and Microsoft are the core drivers of AI, now we are seeing many other tech stalwarts join the AI party, Ives wrote, listing Oracle, SAP SE, ServiceNow, Palantir, Salesforce, Dell Technologies, IBM, and Apple, as well as Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, among the companies making significant moves in artificial intelligence. The analyst expressed optimism about the technology sector near-term prospects, stating, "We believe the next phase of AI revolution has begun." He expects this momentum, combined with strengthening enterprise spending and a recovery in digital advertising, to push technology stocks higher through the end of the year. This pretty much lines up with what Tom Lee is saying, that we're going to get a nice push at the end of the year, going into the end of November through December into January. The expanding AI landscape indicates broader range of investment opportunities beyond the few companies that initially dominated AI narrative earlier in the year. This expanding AI landscape indicates a broader range of investment opportunities beyond the few companies that initially dominated the AI narrative earlier in the year, according to Ives. This is really interesting because I've told you guys many times that AMD and Palantir, as well as Apple, are really looking strong, and more specifically AMD when it comes to AI as a head-to-head competitor with NVIDIA. AMD really is in a position for lots of upward growth. So is NVIDIA, but AMD has so much more room to grow because they have a smaller market share and have more room to grow into their valuation, whereas NVIDIA is going to continue to grow, but they've reached a ceiling and they're only going to start losing market share. They already have the majority of the market share. And eventually, whether it's 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years, eventually companies, and this is historical, companies with big amounts and large amounts of control, market share, always end up losing some or a big chunk of that. That doesn't mean NVIDIA won't grow. It just means the rate of NVIDIA's growth will start to slow down over time, and AMD's is likely to accelerate, along with Apple and Palantir and a few others. I'm going to quote you guys verbatim exactly what Dan Ives has said about Palantir. Palantir is an amazing company that has 480, almost $500 million worth of contracts with the U.S. government for Project Maven. They have their customer growth, top 20 customers that are spending 10 to 15% more year over year. Their growth is exceptional. They were added to the S&P index, which has also furthered their growth. I told you Palantir was going to run. I told you, fam. I said 40 to 45 bucks, maybe a little higher by the end of the year. They hit 44.50. So this is no surprise to me. Palantir, in my opinion, one of, if not the best stocks you can invest your money into right now. Palantir is up 160% in the last year, 152% year to date, and over 63% in the last 6 months. Incredible growth, almost doubling the market cap, actually doubling it from 40 billion to almost 100 billion in market cap. This, like I said, insane growth. So I'm going to read you guys verbatim what Dan Ives said. But first, if you guys are having trouble understanding things I talk about with market cap, price to sales, price to earnings, things I'm about to talk about in this video going forward under technicals, financials, fundamentals, and maybe you're looking to retire early, or maybe you just want to improve your financial health, or maybe you just want more financial freedom, I would love to help you, fam. I specialize in teaching my students how to grow their portfolios exponentially. I have students that have taken their portfolios from 8K to 22K in 3.5 months. Others have went from 25 to 50K in 2 months. And I have students that have went from 3 300K to over 450K in 3.5 months. So it's definitely doable if you guys are committed to learn. I am committed to teach you. You guys can sign up at investwithcorey.com. Links in the information box below. I have a full training course, Discord to surround yourself with like-minded people, and I offer full one-on-one coaching. You just got to go to investwithcorey.com right here. You can look at the case studies. This will show you all the testimonials from my current students who are up, profiting, and making money consistently. And then you can click on training right here. Watch this video. It will have all the answers to the questions you will have. Guys, I don't have time to explain it all in this video. And then you can book a call with my team and I. This way we can help you grow your portfolio. I look forward to speaking with you and helping you on your journey when you're ready to join and improve your financial freedom. We'll talk to you soon. So here's what Dan Ives had to say. While NVIDIA and Microsoft are the core drivers of AI, now we are seeing many other tech stalwarts join the AI party, including Oracle, SAP, ServiceNow, Palantir, Salesforce, Dell, IBM, Apple, and AMD, amongst others. We are expecting a robust Q3 tech earnings season kickoff this week as overall solid enterprise spending, digital advertising rebound, and the AI revolution will drive tech stocks higher into year-end high in our view. We believe the next phase of the AI revolution has begun. The anticipation of a strong third quarter for tech firms aligns with recent trends in the industry. NVIDIA remains a top pick within the AI sector, with analysts labeling it as generational opportunity due to its dominant market position in AI chips. This is the same thing as the internet boom in 99-2000. Actually, it's a little bit before that, but right around that time, things were just exploding price-wise. This sentiment is echoed by Taiwan Semiconductor's recent earnings, which exceeded expectations due to strong demand for AI chips, further supporting the bullish outlook for tech companies. Additionally, the third quarter earnings preview suggests that the tech sector is poised to outperform, while other sectors like energy may face challenges. This optimism is further supported by increased ad spending, as seen with Meta Platforms, where analysts have raised price targets ahead of its earnings report, driven by strong ad spending. Now we're going to move along to some other big news on Palantir. Palantir stock jumped after hours based on the new partnership with L3Harris. Palantir Technology shares are moving higher in Wednesday's after-hours session after the company and L3Harris Technologies announced a partnership to accelerate advanced technology development. Palantir and defense contractor L3Harris entered into a strategic partnership focused on combining L3Harris's sensors and software-defined systems with Palantir's artificial intelligence platform AIP to expand and improve the U.S. Department of Defense's joint all-domain network. Palantir exists to support the West's most important institutions. We are partnering with L3Harris to ensure that the U.S. and its allies combine the West's two greatest assets, AI dominance and cutting-edge hardware on the battlefield, said Karp, who is the co-founder and CEO of Palantir. The strategic partnership includes collaboration on U.S. Army programs and development efforts with sensors, radios, and other advanced technology. Palantir and L3Harris noted that the companies recently integrated L3Harris Westcam MX-20 EOIR system with Palantir's Sensor Inference Platform, SIP. The integration provided edge AI for improved target detection and delineation during a live fly test by improving situational awareness, automatic target identification, and communication for the operator. As the industry's trusted disruptor, we are committed to collaborating with innovative partners to deliver unmatched value to our global customers, said Christopher Kubasik, who is the chair and CEO of L3Harris. Our work to date has demonstrated meaningful impact of integrating our capabilities, and we will build upon these efforts to enhance performance across domains. So looking at Palantir, if I was trying to get into this stock right now, really, I say buy the dip, sell puts, be safe. However, Palantir is likely to continue going up, and there are going to be some pullbacks, but they're going to be hard to manage because the stock is so strong. The company is strong, and it's only getting stronger, and it's in the S&P 500. So when people buy the S&P 500, they're essentially buying Palantir. I don't think that we're going to have the pullback on Palantir that a lot of people expected. Some people thought that Palantir would run to $43, $45, then pull back to 38 or 39, giving another buying opportunity. Now, that very well could happen at some point, but in my opinion, it's highly unlikely. Right now, if we look at this chart, we have some support areas that I want to show you to identify. 33 is a support, 35 is a support, 38 and maybe 36. This area is heavily supported, 36 to 38. And then we have some more support here at 40 and again, almost at 39. There's a lot of support right here at 41.50. And then a ceiling of resistance at 45 or 44.50. So if I was to bet, I would say we bounce off of the 41 range quite a bit. Then maybe we could break down to 40 and then it runs again back up to 41.50 and it could very well pull back hard to 38. But I really believe that 37 to 38 is the floor. I really don't think we're going to break past that. I mean, it is possible with bad earnings, bad news, something could happen. However, right now, I would just add to your position. I'd buy 100 shares. If the stock drops a little, dollar cost average. If it ends up dropping to 38, buy a couple hundred more shares. If it drops more, do the same thing. And over time, just DCA. Because I told you guys this stock would be $45 by the end of the year. We already achieved that. This stock is likely to push 50 to 55 by New Year's or into the spring. And I would not be shocked to see Palantir push 150 in the next 2 years. So there's a lot of room on the table. There's still about a 3 to 4x return right now over the next 2 to 3 years. I would just dollar cost average. If you must, and you want to collect lots of premium before getting into the stock and want to just generate passive income, you could start selling $42 puts, like maybe sell one or two $42 puts, and then maybe sell 141 and then another 40. This will give you a nice DCA between the three strike prices, and that would be 400 shares, and you could generate roughly about $150 a week in puts, maybe $200 a week, depending on the volatility, which you might think is not a lot of money, but you times that by 4 weeks, you're kind of looking at right around $500 to $600 a month. And on $16,000, $1,600 would be 10%, $800 would be 5%. So this could give you roughly a 4 to 5% return, depending on the premiums. If we go look at Palantir right now, we will see that if we were to sell a put going out to next week, which is just over 7 days, we could sell the 42 for 87. We'd get 2 of those. Then we would sell a 41, which would be 52. And then we would sell a 40, which is 30, which is 348. So on average, we're looking at about 384 per week, which is pretty good. And this is going to be on around $12,000 because we're only selling 3 of these contracts. Maybe we'll sell a 40/50 as well. So we put up for 400 shares, 16,000. So for 16,000, we could generate about $216 a week, which is $800 a month, which is 5% per month. This is a very consistent income. If you end up selling these puts, let's say 2-3 months without getting assigned, then you will have around $1,600, which gives you almost 50 shares. This would be really good. Divide this by 42. You would get almost 40 shares for free at this point just by selling puts. And we can average this cost out by continuing to sell puts even after we get assigned, if we even do get assigned, that is. So I'll show you guys the whole picture. We get assigned at 4,200, 4,100, 4,150, and 4,000. Average cost $16,450. Take away $800 a month times 4 months, giving us an average cost of $13,250. And then we divide that by 400 shares, giving us an average cost of $33.12. So $33.12. If we were to just sell puts for 4 months to 6 months, we would probably be under $30 if we sold them for an extra 2 months. In fact, we would, because $13,250 minus another $1,600 for 2 more months. Obviously, there could be some discrepancies along the way. We don't quite make as much premium. Maybe we get assigned a little bit early. But on average, in a modest position, we divide this by 400, $29.12 12. So I would say 6 to 8 months of put selling gets you an average cost of 29. That is really good. And this is pretty much with all stocks. I try to teach this same strategy to all my students, which is where they are so successful. If you guys want to learn the dozens and dozens of strategies that I teach, this only being one of the very many, and you want to grow your portfolio, have a better understanding of the market, maybe you want to retire early or just grow your financial freedom so you can have location and time freedom and enjoy your life ultimately that you deserve, I would love to help you. You guys can sign up at investwithcorey.com. Links in the information box below. You can see my students' profits on the screen. Every one of my students is up. They each make profits that are consistent with their risk tolerance and how quickly they learn. But if you show up committed and ready to learn, I show up committed and ready to teach you. I offer a full training course, Discord, and one-on-one coaching. I look forward to helping you grow your portfolio. Palantir is really a strong stock, but not only that, a stock you don't want to miss out on. I would definitely be selling puts, buying shares, dollar cost averaging, as you do not want to miss this, because when it explodes in the coming years, you are going to look back and wish you did. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate you. We will see you on the next video. Take care of yourselves.